Can y'all hear us? Can y'all hear us? Check, 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 check. Can y'all hear us? Turn that shit off. Turn them to Joey. Can you hear us? You can hear us now.
Don't push it. We're having a little bit of problems, but it's fine. It does. But it makes for a more interesting show, I feel like.
All right, check, check. Mic check. Can y'all hear us? All right. Everybody that can hear my voice, let me know if you can hear us, because we need to know, because
can you hear me?
we're having some issues right now. And
You cannot hear me?
How about you can hear. You can hear.
Can you hear me?
Oh. Turn that music up. I know. There we go. Let me turn that music up.
This out.
Okay, I think we finally got it squared away. Belle, I think we finally got it squared away.
I don't know. Can y'all hear us?
It only took 13 and 20 minutes to get this thing squared away.
That's all right. We were late. It's fine.
It's okay.
Rob's always late, though, so it's
You know
totally
what?
good.
Whoever's watching this can fast forward. All right, got it. All right, yep, there you go. All right, finally.
Finally,
we
we're
got
here.
this going on. All right, welcome, everybody. Oh, man. We have a live studio audience here. We're here at the War Pig Barbecue Tent in the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Belle, have you been walking around yet? Have you had a good time?
I have not walked around yet because I got here and then you told me you wanted to do the show early, so I had to haul ass back to the RV and do my makeup in the car. So just telling you, took
All right,
one
so
for the team.
Belle has not been walking around, but I have been walking around. There are lots of badass tents out here. This is the largest. It's not the largest. There's like the third largest contest in the world,
Right.
but this is one of the biggest and baddest, with teams that come out here and party their ass off. And we're here in the War Pig Barbecue Tent right here. You can see the trailer right behind us. If y'all could look around, you'll see a parachute that drops supplies. Butter has got
awesome
it
in here.
going on.
It is awesome. Did you see that whole VIP section over there?
I did. I saw
Whoa.
the VIP. In just a minute, I'll show you guys a round. But so, Belle, real quick, before we get this thing started, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're coming off a grand championship in
Thank you.
Amarillo at the A-Town Hammer Down. How'd you feel about that? I'm sure you loved it.
It was so cold up there. Their cold is not the same as our cold. I'm just telling you. Like, it's crisp and there's no humidity. It was freezing. It was 13 damn degrees.
All right. Guys, have had some technical difficulties. If you can hear us, fine. If we're too loud, we're too soft, let us know so we can fix this thing as we go while we're doing this. So,
Why do I look taller than you?
I don't know. You're not, but that's the way optical illusions work. All right, so we are hold up. Let me introduce myself. My name is Robert Rocha. I'm the show host of the So Smoking Gooder Show. Thank y'all for joining us. We have, we probably got about 30 people in this tent right now. Y'all give it up real quick so they know y'all are here. Yes, they are here, and we've got a great lineup. We got a great lineup of guests going on right now. Sorry, I am a little flustered.
You're
because
totally fine.
We had some technical difficulties.
The internet out here is
but we
fantastic.
are good. All right, let me get the first guest on the show. What we do here for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo live show is we bring on a guest, and then we tell them, hey, you pick the next guest. But the first three are already lined up. We're going to get Janice Smella. Come here, girl. With Smella Q Barbecue. Check. There you go. You're good.
Hey Welcome, there. Janice.
Thank you.
Jan, let's scoot over this way, Belle.
Oh, okay. You're gonna.
I'm sorry. Let's scoot over this way.
You're going the wrong way.
We're good.
To the
I
left,
know.
to the left.
It's okay. It's okay. All right. We're with Janice Smella from
This is a shit
Smella
show
Q
today.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
And you are representing what today, this weekend in Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo?
I'm going to represent Canada.
Amazing.
It's a huge honor.
Amazing.
So you are a international team.
Yes.
You are representing Team Canada. That's got a lot of honor, I'm sure. And you've been doing it. You cooked at San Antonio Rodeo. How many times have you represented Team Canada? And how do you get to represent Team Canada? What does that all entail?
So this is my 4th year at the Houston Rodeo, which is amazing. It's something to see, totally. But to get to Houston, you got to be the top team in Canada. So the good and the bad part, the hard part is I've been, my husband and I are the 3-time national barbecue champions for Canada.
Amazing.
3-time national barbecue champions for Canada. That's amazing.
Thank you. We try hard. We do all of our cooking for the entire year. It's just to get here.
That's amazing. So let's think back to your very first time at Houston, right? Now you're a 4-time, attendee now, but your very first time, what do you remember about coming here and having that moment to where you're like, oh my God, what the heck is this thing?
Probably that she can't breathe.
I know, right?
Yes, you can't breathe because my mouth was hanging open the whole time. The tents here are spectacular. We're standing, there's a trailer in the tent right now.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
There's air conditioning in the back. The bars are rolling through. There's full on, it's a production.
There's a whole container back here that is a bar now.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole container is just a bar.
Right.
So
just a bar, whatever.
It's a spectacle. And that's not even the cooking part. The cooking part is nuts because it's different from other barbecue contests or cook-offs. Your meat is tagged. You're supervised, that you can slice your meat properly, I guess. That you're not subbing it out for, I don't know, a Cornish hen or something.
You never know.
Yeah.
So this is your 4th time now. Talk about the previous 3. What's your best finish so far at this point? I think it's been okay, right?
Yeah, it's been really good. I think the last year for sure, we came 19. So that's an
amazing.
Achievement.
It is.
In Texas,
absolutely.
To be in the top 20 is
absolutely
unbelievable. My goal usually is to be top half, top third is nice. So to mix with y'all and to be able to
look, you got the y'all part. We're getting somewhere.
She's kind of been living here in Texas for the last month or so. It's almost her second home at this point.
It is my second home.
Yeah, it is your
Don't
second
tell
home.
anyone.
So
we'll take you, babe. It's fine.
Obviously, you like cooking Texas events. This is a different animal, obviously, but you've also been doing very well all throughout Texas. How does that make you feel to come down from Canada, being the Canada champion, to coming down here and, rubbing elbows with all of us and winning? You did great at the CBA World Championship.
Absolutely.
You cooked the San Antonio Rodeo. You did well at 16th last year here in Houston. What does that mean to you to come down here and just do, respectable and do well? Like, not even respectable, like you kicked ass. It's awesome.
Thanks. I just like to be here. I think that honestly, the best part about Texas is the hospitality. Everyone goes out of their way to help me out.
There it is. Now I hear it.
it.
Now I hear the Canada. I was like, I can't really. Never mind.
Tuna,
I need to put
be
in
quiet.
a little egg.
No, not at all. Go ahead, keep going.
But
I would appreciate that.
I wouldn't be able to cook down here without the help of everyone, and everyone is so friendly. And the food is good. Like, not good, like amazing. So I can't stop eating, and I obviously can't. I never leave at this point.
Awesome. All right. So for those, we're gonna get you out of here because we got a long list of people here going on. But real quick, talk about, you kind of mentioned it, but overall, you kind of mentioned the people as well. But overall experiences cooking here in Texas and Houston, especially right now.
I'm just honored to be able to cook in the international tent. There's so many great people here, and like within this tent, it's amazing to me that like I'm able to rub elbows with like the best of the best across the country, across the American country.
Right.
But it's truly an honor, and the great thing is I've known you for a long time. I saw you at the Royal the first time.
Absolutely.
2016, and so barbecue's family, right? So
Absolutely.
That's the best part.
All right. So how can people find you, Janice?
I'm on Instagram, Janice_Smella QUE, and I have a website, SmellaQ.com. So if you want some really crazy recipes, miso
I like
chocolate
it.
cauliflower, or something different,
I like it.
or bacon wrapped pheasant, then you'll
And
find
if
something.
you get in trouble at the border, we can drop your name.
We know a guy. We know
I'm
one
not
guy.
going home, so I'm not going to get in trouble.
She'll be here.
I'm going to squat.
All right.
She's not going to help us at all.
Janice, thank you very much. And good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Absolutely.
It was wonderful to meet you, love.
You just drop that right there. That is Janice Smella from Smella Q Barbecue. She is the Canadian champion that is coming out
that's
here.
awesome.
I know.
She's
It's coming
awesome.
out here we're not San Antonio. Houston Livestock Show
that's awesome.
and Rodeo. We got another out-of-towner right now. We've got Mr. Chris Schafer with Heavy Smoke Barbecue.
Not
What
quite
is
as far as she is.
No, not quite, bro. How are you
I'm
doing?
a long way from home, but man, she puts me to shame.
All right, so I asked her.
Yeah,
this
kind of
is-
all of us, right?
This is her first time to cook, fourth time.
Oh wow.
But I asked her about her first time. This is your first time.
Yeah.
And it's not even started yet, but
No.
it's Wednesday. People are still setting up, as you can see already. What do you get from, what can you tell is going to happen just from a Wednesday setup right now?
I've never seen anything like it. We go to the Royal. The Royal's massive. There's 600 teams there, but there's nothing like this. Like, you can just tell it's a party.
Right.
Which you and I talked a couple weeks ago when I cooked in New Katy that like Texas barbecue is party, right? Like
Right. Oh,
I
yeah.
always cook KCBS, like
Right.
people in bed by 9:00.
No,
That's not Texas.
that's not
And
what we do.
This is Texas to the max.
Why don't you explain that? Like KCBS events, on a Friday, people are serious. I mean, we're serious here as well. But on Saturday, you guys are done after awards, picked up, gone. Maybe there's two teams
Yeah.
that strag along.
That's a Texas thing, man. They get done with awards, and it's like, we aren't leaving till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to party tonight.
When's the last time you left a contest on Saturday?
When I had one on Sunday.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, that's the only reason.
We
Yeah.
stay, we do our thing.
Because we like to party and hang out. And because that is, it is such our family that
Oh,
these
yeah.
are people we spend every weekend with.
Well, what you tend to do for KCBS is most of us will show up on Thursday. And, like, that's our party
Okay.
day, our hangout day. Friday, Saturday is real serious.
So
and then
you're
we get
just a
home
day earlier.
for the most part. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm not, because I run a restaurant.
I
So
was
get
gonna
there
say,
as late
when
as
you-
possible.
When
and
you
compete,
work, it
and I
doesn't
leave
work
as
so
early
well.
as possible,
You got to own a whole ass company just to go on a Thursday.
Yeah.
He does. So, Chris, you've been a KCBS Team of the Year.
Third place. 2
Third
years.
place, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You've been a
Congratulations.
SLBS Team of the
Yep.
Year, right?
Yep.
You've traveled all across the country doing this thing. You are the Jack Daniels reigning winner. For those who don't know, this guy right here won the Jack last year. No, you don't get lucky. You kick ass. You do well, and then of course you get lucky, right? That's all.
Get lucky.
So those credentials right now, how do you feel of coming into this deal? I know this isn't your sandbox, but you've been kind of playing in it for a little bit right now.
It's a whole different monster than what I'm used to. But I've told you before, like I'm one of those guys. I'm not going to do anything half-assed, right? So like I've come down to Texas. I took Fred's class. I took Phil's class. I cooked Uvalde. We cooked New Caney. You know what I mean? So like I've tried to get down here and play around. Well,
Uvalde was a good one to go to. I'm glad you went to that.
Oh, Uvalde was great.
It was amazing.
I'll probably go back to Uvalde again. It was a great event. Ton of cool teams.
Yes.
I mean, it was a great place.
Third brisket, right?
I got what did I get? I got 8th. I think I got 8th in brisket. I walked in ribs and brisket down there. So that was my first Texas comp. I wanted to see if my flavors would play, and I didn't change anything from KCBS. I ran my flavors and got 2 calls. So I feel pretty good about this. But man, with this many teams, like you just got to turn in good food and hope you get some good tables and get lucky.
This is just like the Royal, right? On Saturday
Absolutely.
or Sunday, you go out there and you turn in good food and pray, right? That's pretty much the way it goes.
And with this many teams out here, they're going to get a ton of good food. So you just got to land on tables that like what you're doing that day.
Yes.
And if they do, then great. If they don't, it is what it is. We'll move on.
Exactly.
But
go to the next week.
The cool thing about this event is win or lose, you're going to have a good time.
Yes.
Because the parties here are already insane. They haven't started, and it's crazy.
So I heard you talk about this, but what does this contest mean outside of Texas? We all know what it means to us Texans, right? Coming to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, getting a chance to cook because it's not everybody can do it. Tony, I'm going to bring you on in just a minute, but
I'm shaved. I'm ready to go.
All right, you're shaved and ready to go. Give me a minute.
We're having the show.
Give me a minute. We'll bring you on in just a minute. That's Tony Tanachi right there, one of the co-hosts of the So Smoking Show.
What's happening? How's everybody doing?
All right, give me a minute. I'll bring you right back up. I was just about
Chris
to
was
ask
like, I don't know what's happening right now.
Question. Hey, but what does this contest mean
I was gonna say, you're gonna come to
outside
the co-host side.
of Texas? Because we all know what it means to us, but you can't just sign up and cook this thing.
So
you're here because you won the Jack.
Yep.
So what does that mean outside of
Texas? The best way I've tried to explain this to most people is that like Houston is like a unicorn to KCBS cooks. Like it doesn't even exist. You know what I'm saying? And so like you only get here by winning the Royal or the Jack. So it's like a 1 and 2 shot of getting here. And even then you got to come down and cook, like you said, in your sandbox, not mine. And so it's such a big thing to us because it's like the chances of getting here are slim. No one's going to call me to be a ringer on their team. But like great Texas cooks will get that phone call. You know what I mean?
I got the phone call.
Yeah. So like all of my buddies that aren't on Champions Row that are great cooks down here are cooking for somebody. I'll never get that phone call. So I got to win the Royal or the Jack to get down here. So it just makes it that much more important to us. Plus, there's really only been that I know of like one KCBS cook that came down here and won this thing.
Darren Worth.
Yeah, the GOAT, right? So
the GOAT.
Wouldn't it be great to be mentioned in the same sentence as Darren Worth on anything?
Absolutely.
So it's a big deal to us because it's so hard to get here.
All right. Well, for those that know Chris Schafer, you got some rubs real quick. Heavy Smoke Barbecue.
Yep.
You can find him online.
Heavy Smoke BBQ. Facebook is Heavy Smoke BBQ. Same with Instagram.
What's your restaurant?
Heavy Smoke Barbecue.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where's it at?
St. Louis, Missouri. We got 2 rubs, the white label, which is kind of the all-purpose, black labels for brisket, but they're great together. You can use them all kinds of ways. And I know there's a lot of guys in Texas running my rubs. So,
they are. They're running your rubs. I got it in my cart. I'm just telling you. It's good stuff, man. It really is.
That's cool.
It really is.
And we stopped at a barbecue store on the way through and, get a bunch of stuff coming from Phil's class over. And my dad goes, man, you should really get your rubs in here. And I just pointed to the shelf and he goes, oh, they're right there.
So real quick, Chris is a world champion. Jack Daniels, you're our world champion. And you just recently, you're not shy about it. You mentioned you did Fred's class, you did Phil's class.
Yep.
What does that take for somebody? What does that get you? Like, what does that gain you as a world champion? I kind of know the answer already, but I want to hear your words.
I think, the biggest thing, I am not shy about it. I've taken a ton of classes. I give a lot of people credit. Brad and Tim's hot and fast class got me going, and I give these guys tons of credit. I'm a student of the game, so I want to take as many classes as I can because you want to learn. The reason I take Fred and the reason I take Phil's is because they're 2 of the best to ever do it in Texas. And if I can get a little nugget, of information of how they're scoring down here, I'm going to use it, right? I know I'm a great cook, and I can cook with those guys most days, right? But if I can get a little thing from Phil or a little thing from Fred, you're damn sure I'm going to use it.
Techniques,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Everybody has them.
Yeah.
Hey,
Also, it's just really fun to hang out with Phil and Fred, right?
Phil's a nut, man. I love that guy.
Phil's a riot.
Hey, good luck. Congratulations on
You
the
too, man.
jack.
Thanks for
That's
having me on.
amazing.
Good luck, sir.
And hopefully we'll hear your name this weekend.
Heck yeah.
Those banners are amazing, man. And I haven't yet to experience
Well,
one.
and to hear the parade come
but
to
I'm
your
hoping
tent,
one
it's
too.
pretty
Well, I
awesome.
say hopefully this year we both get one.
Yes, sir. Good luck, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Have a
Thank
show.
you, sir.
All right, we're gonna bring the next, the last year's champion of ribs. This is Justin West. He's gonna come on and share a little bit. Hey, Joey, can you spin that? What this way? That table, that chair right there. No, this way. We're gonna go that way. Other way. There. This way? Yeah, that. No, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, why are you going backwards?
Perfect, right there. All good. All good. All right, we're joined right now with Justin West from
Welcome.
That way.
Crete Q. How are you doing, my
Man, I'm
man?
doing
What
good.
is up, bud? Hey,
So good to meet you.
congratulations, big time.
Justin.
Justin, I'm Belle. Nice to meet you.
Bill.
For those that don't know Justin, introduce yourself real quick, Bo.
I'm Justin West with Hat Creek Q. I'm with a Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. I cook for the Brew Crew Cookers.
And he's not going to mention it, but I'm going to mention it. Last year, he is the grand champion ribs cook here at the Houston
Heck
Livestock
yeah.
Show and
Yes,
Rodeo.
Amazing.
Talk about that moment. Well, let's back up real quick.
Well,
How long
pull
you
this
been
right
doing this real quick? We're gonna keep it short and
Gotcha.
sweet.
Yeah.
But real quick, how long you been doing this thing, and how'd you get into this scene?
Yeah.
real quick?
So we actually come into competition barbecue from Competition Chili.
really,
Went to a Larry Joe Taylor's Fest out there. Said let's cook some chili, and got our butts whipped. And I was like, then a couple of years later, a friend of ours was like, hey, y'all cook a lot of barbecue. Let's go cook some barbecue and see what happens. Our first ever cook-off was 108 teams. We had an 8th place chicken. They handed us like $500 or $600, and I was like, whoa.
you get paid for this?
Yeah,
There's money involved?
we can hang out with the best people in the planet. It took me about 4 hours to figure that out. And we're going to cook, and they're going to hand us money. I think I just figured out what we're going to do for the rest of our lives. And we're about 10 years in, and that's what
Heck
we do.
yeah.
Our third ever cook-off, we hit a GC in Red River, New Mexico.
Beautiful. So you're up north, right? Are you?
Yes,
is that
sir.
right?
I'm just north of Fort Worth,
Just north
Decatur.
of you are up there. So
Yeah, we're up there in outlaw country.
you are in outlaw countries. Yeah, talk about that. What kind of sanctioning bodies are all up in that area, or,
Well, I mean,
or what are readily available to you right now?
Yeah, so I mean, for the most part, it's outlaw,
Yeah.
but we cooked from everywhere from Houston, obviously, to Atlanta, Georgia, to Kansas City, to Oregon for KCBS. So we don't stick to one sanctioning body. It's just an acronym to us. So
Right.
we cook everywhere, man. So
So what did that mean? What did that win last year mean to Hat Creek Q? I mean, what does that do for somebody like that to have a grand champion, world champion rib turn in at that moment?
right. Well, I mean, it's kind of surreal, and I get goosebumps thinking about it. As far as not for myself, because it's not under Hat Creek Q, it's under Brew Crew
I
Cookers.
understand. Yeah.
And those guys have been in this game for almost 20 years,
Right.
with that tent, and it's been passed down for 5 generations. Guys who cooked, passed it down. Guys who cooked, passed it down. Obviously, we're in very big.
Yeah.
We're in very big corporate tents.
Yeah.
Our tent is about a quarter of the size of this.
Ours is too.
So, and there's nothing wrong with that. So these guys bootstrap it. Tommy, Cutter, E-Rock. These guys have been doing it a long time, and to cook for those guys, to be first off for Craig Verhage for Royal Oak Charcoal, to invite me to come cook with them, man, I was honored. One of my favorite cook-offs is an outlaw or / IBCA cook-off up in Irving, and he said, "Hey, man, you want to come down and cook?" And I was like, "Well, I've already got one." He's like, "No, it's Houston." I said, "Whoa. Okay, I'm listening."
That's it. I was going to say, that's a different gig.
So last year, absolutely. So last year was my first year here, and it was so it was just like I finally, after a 20-year waiting list to get in here, right? I mean, we've all been there. You got to know somebody. Very blessed to hook up with the right people, and got invited to come cook. And I told them, I was like, "Hey guys, we'll just we'll go slow. We'll figure this out. Cooking in Houston." And then, man, lightning struck. We hit a first place rib and a 6th place overall.
So was
That's
that your
freaking
only category you cooked last year? Or were you doing all of them, or was that something you could just solely concentrate on?
So last year I did the open category. Our tent, there's such kind of they're here cooking for people, man. They're here to entertain people.
Right.
They don't really care about the competition. It's a type of deal, Rob, that on Saturday they kind of divvy up Friday night. Hey, Bill, you got chicken, you got brisket. And then after 17 years of kind of getting skunked, they were like, hey, they talked to Craig Verhage, and
like, we need a guy to be dedicated.
they said, hey, hey, everybody's doing this, right?
Yes.
And a lot of people talk about this cook-off as not being like the San Antonio Rodeo and stuff, but I kind of look at it different. I look at it as like Pitmaker. Pitmaker is bringing these a hired gun in for chicken, a hired gun in for ribs.
Well, you have to have somebody.
You're getting like Lee Hickles cooking a certain meat. Bill Purvis is cooking a certain meat. Robert Roach is cooking a certain meat.
You don't recognize the team names out here, but you know they're peppered
going.
Oh yeah,
it's 300 teams here.
Right, and this is a cook-off. You can't do both. You can't have the party and try to compete. There's no.
So last year coming in, I did the open. We didn't even have an open entry, and we did bacon wrap ribs because that's what we had. And then we go up there, and
Did you hit top 3?
No, we were like top 50.
Okay.
So all the top 10 was all like a surf and turf, lobster, chicken, lobster, shrimp, all
crab,
that. So I was like, hey, all right, duly noted. Well, you know how they come and present the finalists here. So that lady come in our tent, and I get chill bumps thinking about it, man. For these guys to put 17 years in and not feel that feeling, and for me to be invited in and to feel that feeling on the very first year,
that's
and I told myself 10th is as good as first in my mind.
Absolutely.
I mean, you get a banner.
Absolutely, that's
Banner
something
season,
that sticks
baby.
with you your whole, as long as you're cooking this. And that's the cool thing about Houston is a guy who won it 25 years ago has got a world championship apron on.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. So when they come in,
that was back in the day when you just had to sit in line. You didn't.
Yeah. So they come in, man, it blew up. It was awesome. And then she said, we got to go to the stage right now. Well, me and the tent owner had a face-off. He goes, I didn't cook those ribs. You did. I said, well, we're going to have an old-fashioned Western standoff because I'm not going up there. My name's not Tommy Martin. And I said, I'm not going to go up on that stage with my peers of knowing, And so long story short, he went up on the stage. And they called last year. I know it changes every year. They only called top 3. Right. Top 10 go on stage. They called third place, second place. I looked at Cutter and I said, we won ribs. He goes, how do you know? I said, because the 2 guys that just got calls in from us are comp cookers, and I just got a feeling.
I was going to say.
So when they called Brew Crew cookers, man, boom. So we got to relive the excitement of being a finalist, and we went back to that tent after the pictures, having 200 people in that tent, and just holding the trophy up.
Everything. Yeah,
man, I tell you what,
that's a highlight. That's probably something you're never ever going to forget, and it's probably not.
Yeah.
It may be something obviously I hope you do duplicate that, but man, what an awesome moment here in what we do as a competition barbecue cook to have that moment with, like you said, coming back, going and celebrating is very awesome, man.
Yeah, it's man, I hope. I'm not a selfish guy. I'm a team player. I've always grew up playing team sports, and I hope, and this is no BS, I hope that all my friends, Rob, Bill, I hope everybody can experience that, man, because I'm telling you that when they're at the end of your row and they're walking with that finalist sign, especially when she's got 5 or 6 teams, and there's only one sign, you don't know who it is.
Right.
And she holds that sign and kind of cocks it to the side and winks at you. Dude, it's a feeling like no other.
He even caught the wink, right?
Oh, hey, you know when you know. So.
Dude, I am like overjoyed.
I want to wink
because I want to experience that, and
I hope
everybody out here does. Yeah. They want
Absolutely.
to experience that. Just like you said, 10th place. My goodness, out here at the Houston Livestock.
Yeah, 300 teams, man.
It's banner season. Hey, this is the first time to meet, man.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
It's great to meet you and hear that story about champion ribs. It's awesome. I got to experience that at San Antonio. It's an amazing.
I watched
moment.
those videos, man. And you don't know it's going to happen.
You don't know it's going to happen. But
whoa.
When that moment happens, it is so cool. But this would set it over the top, man. And it's awesome to hear your story and to hear that moment and for you to, experience that and come back over here and celebrate with your team. It's amazing, bro.
What was cool about it is, man, before we even got back, they had a champion ribs banner hung, and just rolling into that, and everybody had their phones. I was like, it was coming out just so fast.
I mean, I would be bawling everywhere.
I called my wife the second they said our name, I called my wife. We're world champions. We're world champions. And of course, I'm high voice
Aw.
schoolgirl in it.
Yeah.
And so I was so happy, but pumped. Sad that she couldn't be here with us. But man, to go see those guys. I mean, there's guys. Like I said,
Is she here this weekend?
No, she's a Longview baseball tournament. So with
Okay.
our kids, we got 3 kids in high school that play baseball.
Oh
so.
wow, okay.
But man,
Well, she ain't wrong.
a lot of people
Just
ask
saying.
about the sponsors and stuff, but man, my wife Kayla is my best sponsor, so she lets me go do this stuff. So
Absolutely.
All right. Do you know this man right here from
which
Triple?
one? We got Bill. Who
No, next to Bill. Do you know him? He's a KCBS cook.
Oh, you already had Chris on. So
I already had Chris on. No, next to him in the
Hey,
orange shirt.
I don't know him, but
I don't either,
I know
but
who I
he's-
do know. That guy right on the back there, old Possum, old Bobby Oliver. He won dessert at the Jack Daniels.
Call him up.
All right, Bobby O. He's cooking dessert for us this weekend. Bobby O, you're up. World champion
Hey.
dessert cooker. Thank
Pleasure
you, Rob.
to meet you.
Appreciate
Hey,
you, man.
we're both team Cosmos cook. I know you're
Oh,
Triple
absolutely,
Cook.
yeah.
Congratulations,
So good to meet
man.
you.
Good to meet
And
you.
Hey, Cosmo will be here Friday.
Sweet. I'll come
He's
see you.
flying
I'll
in. Yeah, come on, man.
y'all stand or where?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
You're more than
cool.
welcome with us.
Absolutely.
Good to meet
No.
you.
It was good to meet you, sir. Good luck.
Come here, man. I don't know you, but hey, this is welcome to the So Smoking Gooder Show.
Oh, this is awesome.
We're a barbecue show, kind of Texas based.
We are.
But we're expanding. We do all kinds of things, and I like to have our people call up the next guest. And Justin West said, "Hey, that guy won champion dessert last year."
I did Jack Daniels.
And so introduce yourself.
So I'm Bobby Oliver with Twisted Oliver Barbecue. I've been a competition cook for a few years now, and just love it. Started doing SCA, and went from SCA to barbecue, and just having a good time.
Where you from?
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
All
right there in the middle. So it's pretty central.
That's
so
pretty good. You should have came to Amarillo last weekend.
I
Shoulda
thought about
came
You
that.
know, because you were actually not that far.
I was doing a lot of practicing this weekend to this weekend. So
So SCA cook, barbecue cook as well.
yes.
All right, very nice. Where do you like to cook, or what kind of sanctioned bodies do you cook mainly? What's in your area? What do you?
I've
what's your
been
wheelhouse
driving-
there?
I've been going south to Outlaw. I really like Outlaw. It's a big family environment.
Right.
It reminds me of the SCA about 4 years ago when it was more of a tailgate, kind of a beer league, where people it was friendly and fun, and it was a lot of getting
Grabbed
along.
you.
It was, and it's what I fell in love with the SCA, and I like Outlaw now. So
Good
All right,
deal.
so
I like that
so
a lot.
Bobby, you're world champion dessert.
Bobby, turn this way a little bit.
There you go.
Thank
You're a world champion dessert
That
guy
way.
now.
Mhm.
How'd that go last year? I mean, going into so my wife is cooking dessert for the very first time this
Mhm.
year. She's been practicing, and I love it because she's been practicing weekly. I'm having some great desserts, but talk about leading
Is that
up to
what's
last year. Yeah, that's what's happening. God damn you, Bell. Talk about what leading up to that. What kind of practice? What kind of what was your history in dessert? Was this like a
See,
a
I
side
love
thing?
ancillaries, and with the SCA, they've got a whole ancillary division, and I ended up finished fifth last year in the SCA, chasing the points. So I like doing really pretty food. I like doing everything normal flavors, really pretty and really crazy, like just eccentric looking. And I did that same thing with desserts. I did an apple pie, but I made it really cool. So
I like it. Taking something simple and making it beautiful.
I was just going to ask
I
you
love
what
that.
what did you turn if you want to share?
So you take an apple, and I put the apple pie inside the apple.
you put the apple pie inside the
Oh,
apple.
so you like cord the
I mean,
apple
how big
out?
is this apple?
No,
It's
no,
an
no.
apple.
I was gonna say, but I feel like all right, I got you. I feel like
So
So
I want to use the recipe a couple more times.
I'm not, yeah.
But that's what it is.
all right, don't
I will
don't
be
share
honest.
too much.
I did pretty good a couple
He's
months
like,
ago.
God, Rob,
So-
I'm not sharing everything I know.
I did
I
pretty
know.
good a
So-
couple months ago, so
so-
I kind of want to use it one more time.
We just talked to Justin. So would you cook with them as well last year?
Oh no, I was out on the couch actually rooting them on. I was on Facebook Live and going, they just took it.
Oh, so
Yeah.
where did you win champion dessert? At the
Jack
Roar?
Daniels.
Oh, Jack Daniels.
yeah,
Okay.
just a couple months ago.
Very nice.
That's
So-
incredible.
That is amazing.
It was a blast.
That is amazing.
I went up there with the Pirates of Barbecue Bay in Kansas City, and I did my very first barbecue comp with them ever. and it was a big full circle, and it was great. So,
Well, that's a big one to get. That's a big one.
So is this your first time here in Houston?
first time here in Houston? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's only Wednesday. As you can see, people are still setting up. What's your initial thoughts? What do you think is going to happen Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
It's just so cool. Like, I thought everyone was like, you're going to be surprised about this whole thing. And I was like, okay, well, I've been to the Royal a couple times, blah, blah. There's walls everywhere, and the tents are way bigger than at the Royal. Like, everybody at the Royal is a lot smaller.
Yes.
And this is just way bigger.
It's a bigger scale, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on, Bobby. It's a pleasure to meet you. Are you turning that in this weekend?
Absolutely.
All right. There it is. Well, we wish you the best of luck. Take it easy on my wife, although she's coming after you too, Bobby.
I'm ready. I love it.
She's got a good one. I'm very happy to taste that pretty much on a weekly basis or on a 3-day basis. Yes, that may be what's happening. That may be what's happening here.
I don't know that you need to eat it 3
hey,
times.
best of luck to you. And, man,
Thank you
welcome to
so much
Houston,
for having
man.
me. I
It's
appreciate
awesome.
it.
It was nice
awesome.
to meet you, love. Good luck to you.
All right. Hey, Bill Purvis, what is this man's name?
Billy.
What?
Billy Hine.
Introduce him.
It's Billy. Let me get in there. Let me just say that. This is American Royal winner right here. Huh? Billy. What's the team name, Billy?
Triple H.
Triple H. What was it? Was there going to be a different team name? What was his wife? What did she want to name your team? Were there shirts? Those shirts. There was some kind of shirt that he was going to have made up. But yeah, Billy won the American Royal. Triple H. There you go. I'll introduce you. Take it over.
We're about to do this right now. Hey, I know of you from afar. My name is Robert Roach. I'm the host of the So Smoking Gooder Show. Thank you very much. Look at this guy. He watches the show. Please introduce yourself real quick.
All right, so I'm Bill Hine,
Yep.
Triple H Barbecue. So we're from Central Illinois and compete primarily KCBS.
Right?
So
And not only you compete, you kick ass over there in KCBS. I mean,
you've been okay.
You've been doing very well. So talk about your last
Might be the one inside
3 years doing KCBS. You've been up there in standings for sure.
So the last couple years we've been, a little higher in the standings, and this past year we finished third overall.
Third overall is solid. I did
So,
too in CBA.
But after the Royal, that was kind of my goal. I didn't want it to look like a one-trick pony, so we were going to go out and chase it and see what we could do. And fell a little bit short of the first place spot, but still pretty happy with where we ended up.
I mean, there's a lot of solid teams in KCBS, and for you to finish third overall, oh my God, that's a really high accomplishment. So don't apologize for that.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
I'm super happy with how we finished, and had a great year. And so now I think we're going to back off a little and spend a little more time doing stuff with the kids and things like that.
I understand that. How old are you?
45.
45. And your kids?
17, 10, and 8.
Okay, so you have young kids.
Yes.
And I understand backing off. My kids are 15 and 13, and I'm doing the same thing. I found myself in a points chase, last 2 years, heavily last year. And yeah, it's a lot, going
It is a lot when you have kids.
Every weekend. And
I mean, I just drove mine around with, but but look at him now.
And all our kids do.
We take our kids quite a bit, and they do kids cues and different things, but you're still away from home so much, and it takes them from.
They're in sports and they're in
it
activities.
takes them from the opportunities to do other things besides barbecue, and I want them to do what they want to do. So we're doing some other stuff, and I'm all right with that. So
are you strictly just a barbecue cook, or do you have rubs or anything like that?
I don't have rubs or anything like that. We just compete.
So how did you find yourself into this sport right here? How did that happen?
Well, it's kind of a long story. I'll make a real quick version. I was in motorsports. I got out of it before I got divorced because I was gone all the time with the pulling tractor because my wife wanted nothing to do with that. So started doing a lot of camping, therefore cooking, and that's something we like to do together. It turned into somebody saying, hey, come to this backyard cook-off, one time. And it's like, oh, that was a lot of fun. Let's go do another one. And 2 turns into 10, which turns into 40.
Sure.
You know,
Absolutely.
So, how do you feel about like being, one of the guys that people are gunning for right now? Because we all know your name out there, your team name out there, as not even a KCBS cook, but I already know who the main guys are out there. And when you go to a contest like the Royal, whatever, you're like, oh, okay, I did this, I did okay, I did over here. Obviously, we all want to win, but then when you don't maybe get that call, that first place cape and crown, we all want to know who we stacked up against as a Texas cook going in. I talked to Chris Schafer, and I was like, this isn't his sandbox. The Royal's not our sandbox.
Right.
So
sure.
we kind of want to stack up, or at least see how we stacked up against teams like yourself, Brad, Chris, all these other guys out there. But how's that feel that maybe Texas teams are, know who you are and know what you're doing out there and wanted to stack up against you, man?
It's a little odd, honestly, because I don't think of ourselves as anything better than anybody else. We're just out doing our thing. So me and Chris have actually had this conversation. It's strange when people come up to you and know who you are. You're like, you know who that was, and but it's a good feeling, to have a target on your back in a way.
Well, it is because people know you then. And
yeah. So it's
you
like
get one with the other.
Right. Exactly.
Absolutely. Well, you are killing it out there. You're doing a great job out there. So are you cooking with anybody out here? You're helping out? What are you doing out here?
I'm hanging out with Heavy Smoke.
Okay.
Nice. I don't know that I'm cooking anything. I might wash dishes or something.
Hey,
But
you're getting the experience right here.
Right. Chris called me shortly after the Jack, and he's like, hey, I want you to come to Houston with us, just to hang out and whatever and get the experience, because I've never been here. So
I've asked a lot of the guys that have never been here. It's Wednesday. People are still not completely set up, as you can see out here. What are your thoughts out here, and what do you think is going to happen Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
I mean, I'm looking forward tomorrow night, just walking around, seeing, things kind of in full swing before it gets really crowded.
Right.
There's just a lot to look at, I'm not a big partier or a big drinker or anything, so doing the inside of the tent is not necessarily my thing. But walking around and checking it out definitely is.
Well, you're definitely going to see some drunkenness tomorrow night.
I have no doubt.
Friday night and definitely Saturday for sure. You pointing at me right now? Yes. So you're going to have a great time out here. I hope you get the experience that you're wanting to. And, hey, Chris mentioned that as a KCBS cook, it's kind of like a unicorn thing, this contest.
Right.
To where the only way you can do it, maybe win or compete, is win like the Jack or the Royal or something like that to come and compete that. But hopefully we see you out here, man. And it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah,
pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah,
and
It's wonderful.
Nice
I hope you enjoy this thing.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. Thanks, guys.
Butter! All right, there he was. That's the man right there. We're going to bring on Butter, Dennis Butterworth. This is where we are. This is where we're hanging out right here. Okay, thank you, James. Kurt, thank you. Oh, God damn it. Are you not that interesting, Butter? What's going on here,
Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you just fine, bro.
Hey, so this is the world announcement that Butter is the official replacement for Case. Hey, everybody go crazy.
Oh, wow.
My guys went crazy over there.
Nobody went crazy, honestly.
Oh,
We'll see what happens, though.
That is a crazy light we got going. Let me go this way.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey,
we can turn the porch lights off.
Hey, so Butter, this is year 2 doing the live show from the War Pig barbecue tent at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Thank you for sharing with us.
How much honor is that?
It's such a great honor.
I mean,
such a great honor for having the Rob Rocha show.
Thanks for letting us
here.
take up your space, buddy.
Anytime, because we're still working and we still have tent companies doing their thing, but it's exciting. We went above and beyond this year, raised a lot of money, and I think I show people what I spend the money on, because I think I've got everything as cool as it could possibly be right here in this tent.
This is amazing.
This is beautiful. You got it going on right here.
This is really cool. Look these really cool koozies. There's a camera somewhere. Oh, yeah. So they're like denim, right? And then on the backside, it's my divorce lawyer. He sponsored me. It's really cool. I mean, it's cool. It's all right. He's a cool guy. So,
are you divorced?
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
And my ex-wife Janelle, she does all the books for this thing. So she loves Bo. It's all good. Reed's here.
Bring Reed on.
Oh, you're interrupting my time for
Oh,
Reed. Let's see how it is.
Golly, no respect, Butter.
I mean, Kurt wins one cook-off, and next thing you know, he's a world champion.
Wow.
Why'd you make me laugh at that?
I like it.
mean, come on.
Look,
That
nope.
was not ready,
You're
but it
in
was
my
funny.
tent. I talk shit. That's what I do.
Why'd you make me laugh at
Look,
that?
here he comes. Here comes the world champ. Everybody get quiet.
Oh, I was talking about Reed.
Not yet. Reed, give us a minute. We'll be right with you,
1
my
second,
man.
okay, buddy?
Reed's here.
Reed's there. Oh, Crown Royal.
I love
Regal
it.
Apple.
You
What is
taking
this?
it?
What is this? What is this?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, check it out. I don't know if y'all can see.
Are we doing NASCAR things right now?
So, we are fully sponsored by Crown Royal, and we have Crown Royal Apple, Crown Royal Peach, Crown Royal Vanilla, Crown Royal, all the good stuff.
I mean, how many Crown Royal seasons?
Man, they have a Crown Royal 18-year, and that is in my new house, not here in the trailer.
yes.
Sorry, that didn't make it to the VIP room.
All right, Butter. So this is now what, year 4 of Butter's War Pig Barbecue?
2020 was the first time we changed it to War Pig.
2021. We didn't have 22. Or
Yeah, so
whatever
we didn't have
it was.
21.
So it's year 3.
Year 3 that
Year
has been
3.
War Pig. It's grown exponentially this year above last year. We set
I mean,
fundraising records.
Last year was pretty solid.
Last year was off the chain, and so this year we got a bigger tent, it's taller, a lot more excitement. We got a bigger LED screen, and then we have the Crown Royal VIP lounge in the back, which is amazing. So it's fully decked out in the back. Got a great big porch, and got the Crown Royal throne.
There's nice furniture back there.
Yeah, man, we got some cool furniture. We've got, our cheapest whiskey is Bullet Bourbon, right? Like, so we treat our guests right.
Dang,
People
high
always
roller.
ask.
Wow.
People always want to know, like, man, how do you get all this money? How do you raise the money? Well, first of all, you throw a badass party, and that's very important.
Mark Lambert's
in order to
in
throw
the
a badass
house.
party, you got to have badass liquor, so that helps.
Mark Lambert's in the
Yeah,
house.
the
That
world
is-
champ.
I didn't
The
see him in
8th time.
there.
He's like Ric Flair.
I
Like,
know.
8th-time
Mark,
world champ.
Sit tight. Sit tight. All right. Hey,
So,
Oh, the
Butters,
camera. I
hold
know.
on.
Keep looking
Tell
at
us
the
about what about your raffle today.
Oh man, we did this cool raffle. So everybody knows by now that if you want to get in my tent, getting a wristband's like squeezing oil from a turnip. But I have these buttons. We call them Butters buttons. Rob don't even have one, but Belle does. She's prettier than Rob.
I don't need us 3 times desserts.
So anyways, the button
What I
gets you
hear.
all access all 3 nights. All access means VIP treatment into the VIP lounge. Gets you to come in and leave as you want. I know I like to look at the computer. I'm sorry. Anyways, so what I did, because my DMs, I mean, people slide into my DMs like I'm a single hot woman, right? Like on the market. So around cook-off time, if you saw my DMs, I mean, you're like, God, dog, what's wrong with this guy? So I don't answer any of them, but I see everybody like, hey, bro. And that's always the thing. Hey, brother. Hey, bro. Hey, brother. And I know what they want. So they want free wristbands. So I decided, let's raise some money for my home VFW, lifetime member of Tomball VFW.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So I said, you know what?
Drink.
Let's raffle off 4 buttons, right? 4 buttons to get into my tent is a $3,300 value, and I put it at $100 for 40 spots. We sold it out in like 2 hours. So we're going
That
to
was
run it when
awesome.
we get home tonight because I just haven't been able to run it. Somebody's going to get 4 buttons tonight, all access. And I may do another one tomorrow if we have time. I don't know. Got to go to the Home Depot, maybe Bed Bath & Beyond. I haven't figured it out. But if we have time, we'll do another
We
one.
appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
No, from the VFW.
Oh,
we
yes.
appreciate
Oh, okay.
all of the
All right.
support.
I love the VFW. Tomball VFW is awesome. They got a bar called The Bunker. You can go in there and have some cold beer, talk to a veteran, hear their stories. It's really cool. But the work that Tom and Belle Clark do to make the VFW look as awesome as it does, it's one of the greatest barbecue cook-off venues ever,
It's
which is
awesome.
why the War Pig battles are there.
Yep.
And so we love donating money back to those guys.
Real quick, hey, I wasn't going to mention it, but hey, you just mentioned it. Let's do it real quick. War Pig Battle, how'd that go?
Man, War
Year
Pig Battle
one.
was awesome.
Year
We had
one.
like 53 teams.
Yes.
Weather turned out perfect. A little drizzle in the beginning, but every great battle, I think, has a little weather in it, right? Like you want to get mud and mucky.
A little drizzle in the beginning is always good too,
A
right?
little drizzle, mud nizzle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it wasn't too bad. So we had a great time. We had the best trophies ever invented,
I have
ever
one of those
created
trophies,
for
actually.
barbecue. Yes,
you
Belle
do.
kicked ass.
Congrats.
I was like, I
And of
just want a
course,
trophy.
Randall Kendrick, the
Yes.
That damn legend.
Dude.
Came
Happy
across.
birthday, Randall.
Yeah, happy birthday, Randall.
Hendrick.
But it was great, man. We had a good time.
It's
and
his birthday year.
You know what I love?
He's been doing right now.
What I love about Houston is we had 2 cook-offs that weekend. One with 53 teams, one with like 70 teams. And there was still a cook-off 40 miles down the road that had teams. So there's enough teams in Houston we could have cook-offs every single weekend.
Absolutely.
And we raised a lot of money for Folds of Honor that weekend. We sold some shirts.
Yep.
We had the Casualties of War Foundation. We raised money for them. And it was just a great time.
Badass trophies, man.
Well,
Great
and you made
trophies.
money in the bunker too.
Yeah, and 100% payback. And that helps because as a cooker, I know that the most important thing, right? Trophies, venue, and money. So I want to do 100% paybacks every time. We'll find the sponsors to pay the bills. I paid the bills this time. I was fine with that. And then I turned my guys loose in the bar at the end of the night because the VFW, I was like, man, we got to make y'all some money and you're not open. So open the bar and we're going to get drunk. And we did. And we did karaoke all night.
We did.
It was a good time.
It was a good
It was
time.
a great time.
Did you sing?
I sang, yes. It was terrible. I didn't have a monitor. I couldn't hear myself.
Did y'all miss me?
I didn't get a sound check.
We did. We did miss you.
Bell
But
sang.
it was
It was
terrible.
god awful.
Y'all missed me.
I was off beat. Like
But it was so fun. So it doesn't matter.
Silk the Shocker, I was off beat. I mean,
Hey,
it was
Butter,
bad.
thanks for hosting this.
Yes.
Year 2.
I always take it over. Rob's going to hire me at some point to be the.
I mean,
the-
I am going to do a rolling.
my problem is like I just sometimes I just sleep through your show because I'm tired, right?
Oh, thanks.
No, like you're like, hey, you're gonna watch tonight. And I'm like, man, I'm tired, but I'm going to sleep.
Actually,
'Cause I'm
I've
old,
never
man.
sent him a text that, are you going to
I'm old, Rob.
Never.
I see what you're doing. You're trying to
Yeah,
get our
it
audience. You're going
never,
to start
ever-
texting everybody.
But,
Hey,
hey,
guys,
you know
are you
what?
watching?
Case retired.
Case is tired, not retired.
He's taking
So-
applications.
so,
That's what's happening.
I-
He's in the application
We're
phase.
going
I'm pretty
to,
good. I have a
we're-
degree in this.
We're
That's why I'm so good.
We're
You
going
do.
to do
A&M,
a
right?
rotation.
Well, A&M said, "Hey, you kicked ass. How about you go to
Both
another
Bell,
school?" So yes.
Butter, Tony, all of y'all are
Yeah.
in the rotation, and I want to grow this thing.
We're in a
There's-
rotation.
There are big plans for the So Smoke Gooder show, and Butter, thanks for hosting us here
Thank
at the
you
Houston.
for
Hey, I'm
letting us
excited.
there.
It's going to be great. I hope one of us get on stage.
Man, that'd be
But
amazing.
what's really cool is the kids queue is back. And I've got
Speaking of kids, queue,
yeah,
I got
we've got
another,
Carly
I got,
coming.
I got a guest coming
Yeah.
up right now.
and Reed's I'm
Yeah.
sure doing it. And
Both
I've
of
got Caden from Kansas City coming down.
Nice.
Man, I
Oh,
can't wait
that's
for him to
cool.
get here. So it's
That's
going to be
cool.
awesome. Yeah, he's on his way now. They were at the MBBQA event in Florida, and he called me. He says, "Hey, my mom's driving us straight there." So man, it's going to be fun. So
All right.
beautiful weather. You guys come out, have a cold beer with us. Thank you for watching.
There it was. But don't come-
WarPigBarbecue.com. Don't forget to check out Sergeant Butter, the greatest butter, garlic, pepper rub on the planet.
I'm gonna try that tonight, by the way. And don't come out unless you got a button.
Yeah, telling the cops at the door that you know butter doesn't work
Don't say you know.
have a
I
Don't say you know
watched the
butter.
So Smoking Gooder. Oh,
because
look,
the cops don't like
she
me,
got a
so
button.
they
Look
won't
at
let
her.
you.
Look at her. All right. Hey, call Carly up. Let's get her.
Thank you, Butters.
Speaking of Kids Q badasses right here, this young lady right now is one of them right now, Carly Alexinus. Did I say it right? Alexinus. Oh, my
Close.
God. Carly
It was
Alexinus.
close.
Yeah.
All right. So please introduce yourself right now.
I'm Carly Alexinus, and I'm with Give 'em Hell Barbecue.
Give 'em Hell Barbie. That's your own team name, right? All right. So
Love that.
and you're doing Kids Qs, right?
Carly, how old are you, babe?
I'm 14.
14.
And how long you been doing these Kids Qs?
About 3 years now.
3 years. All right. Do you remember your first entrance
Ooh.
into this thing or not? I mean, you probably do.
I feel like it was an SCA at Whitney, Texas. I think so.
You remember your first moment where you're like, aha, all right, cool, this is neat. I want to do this.
Definitely when my dad started doing barbecue. I was
Okay.
like, I want this now.
All right, very nice. How about your big moment win? Do you remember one of those yet so far?
It was definitely when I did my first GC.
Oh, you had a GC
Get it, girl.
already. And where was that?
Get
at?
it, girl.
It was at Hillsboro, Texas.
Very nice.
Hell yeah.
All right. So what's your plans now? This is second time, third time to cook this
Second time.
second time. How'd you do last year?
I got fourth.
Fourth last year, and there were some
Way
Definitely.
to go, Carly.
definitely
you.
some trying conditions.
Yes.
Weather was windy,
God,
it was super
terrible.
cold. I don't know what kind of steak you had, but it was just very difficult to cook a steak as a steak. I'm not a steak cooker, but I would have had a hard time doing that myself. What do you remember about last year doing that then?
I was so cold and wet, but everything turned out pretty good.
All right.
So there you
Obviously, fourth place overall. That's pretty solid. So how does that work? First through third get trophies or banner?
Trophies, and then first gets a buckle.
First gets a buckle, and they
Did you get
trophies.
a banner, babe?
No.
Nope, not for fourth, but so
Well, that's lame.
35 teams last
Participation
year.
thing, I think.
Well, it'll hang on the wall all this. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
All right, so your approach, has it changed from year to year? Last year to now?
Yeah, I've tweaked a few things with my box this year than it was last year. I think it's
Well, it's not as cold,
99% better.
babe, so you'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
All right, so how confident do you feel right now?
I'm pretty confident.
Pretty confident.
I have a feeling I can get there.
Right. Hey,
I like it.
fourth-
Get it, girl.
fourth in that weather conditions last year.
Like I said,
Badass.
we can only
Oh,
see.
So my son
Get it
was
now,
the
girl.
inaugural grand champion in 2020, and last year he competed. He finished 10th overall.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, you beat him, and he had a hard time with the weather and
Yeah.
and getting his steak up to temp right now. I don't think we're gonna have that issue this weekend with the weather, but I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
Carly, gonna be awesome.
What
Oh, yeah,
advice do you
right?
have for kids getting into this sport?
Don't let no one bring your hopes down. Always do what you want.
She like stared at that kid. Did you see that?
Shit.
She's like, don't let
Dude.
no one.
No, there's your next clip right there.
I know. So she already
You're gonna
did.
you're gonna have
Oh,
to
yeah.
just go back and cut it out.
She,
Just
you know
her.
what? You know what? I can show what
I
you
feel
did.
like
real quick.
she needs her own clip.
She already
as
has
cute as
her.
she is. Come on,
She already has.
give
one.
her her own.
Hold on. Let me show this real quick. She already has one right now.
Do I?
All right, hold on. There she is, right there. Boom.
Hi guys, I'm Carly Alexinas with Give 'em Hell Barbecue, and you're watching the Stay Smoking Gooder Show.
Bam. First.
You just did. It was inspiring. Feel like I'm gonna record it and like
That'll be
put it in my
slogan.
camper. Yeah, Carly, I'm gonna need you to send me that. Be like the pep talk in the morning bell.
So
Let's
Carly,
get this.
do you know this kid right here?
Reed, of course I do.
Reed, come here. Do you know Carly? Reed?
Reed, do you know
you-
Carly?
No.
Hey, she finished 4th overall.
No, listen to me. You're okay. Okay. He's talking to you, sweetheart. This is
I'm
Carly.
talking to you.
Carly, this is Reed.
Reed, say hi to Carly.
Hey, Carly.
Carly finished 4th overall last year. This is her second year to cook this thing. How do you feel coming into the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo? How confident are you? And what do you have planned tomorrow or Friday? I'll let you ask you questions.
Go ahead.
It feels pretty good. I feel really confident enough. I've been practicing a lot, so
Are you
been
nervous?
going well. Yes,
Why? Why are you nervous?
because this is a big cook-off. I mean, I've been wanting to win this cook-off for years.
How long have you done it?
0.
First year? Are you excited?
Yeah.
First year to Houston. You keep asking questions. I want you to interview him.
So,
I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna let Carly do this job right now.
I was asked. So how'd you do at the Royal?
I did pretty good. Oh, I'm not telling y'all my secrets.
No secrets, but tell her how you did it.
I did pretty good. I won first place.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh, see, you're better than me. What'd you cook?
I cooked pork bombs.
Ooh, that sounds good. Are you going to Austin next weekend?
Yes.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Do you think you're gonna do good?
Yes.
How'd you do last year?
I won. I was 6 and I won that cook-off. What? 6 plus? 6th place.
That's really good. Okay, I have a serious question. How do you feel about cooking against your friend Eli?
It feels pretty confident. I mean, I don't know what to say.
You're not worried about Eli.
I don't know what to say.
Should he be worried?
Maybe.
Are you gonna beat him?
Maybe.
You hope so? Should I be worried?
Yes.
I'll keep that in mind. Oh my god. Thank you. High five. Reed.
Good job, Reed.
Good job.
Thank you, Carly. Thank you, Carly, for coming on the show. Thank you for having that intro.
Good luck.
Best of luck this weekend. All right, everybody. I think we're going to wrap this thing up tonight. We've got a lot of people out here. I know Phil's been on the show as well, but we are going to wrap this up. Belle, what do you think about this thing?
This was pretty awesome. This was fun. I gotta pee, but it's fine.
We had some technical difficulties.
We did. But you know what? I feel like you have to overcome those things no matter what location we're on.
And we're having like the technical difficulties were connection. You know, for those who don't know, we're at Houston Livestock. This is a big parking lot. The signal
Well, and
is not
everybody is on the internet.
Right.
Everybody is doing something. So
absolutely. Well,
we're fighting for our
Belle
Wi-Fi.
Clark, congratulations last
Thank
weekend
you.
for your big grand championship. I know we
you.
talked about that, but refresh everybody that wasn't tuned in there. I mean, that's a pretty big deal, right? Yeah.
It was a big deal. I mean, we went out there, and like I said, it was 13 degrees, and I was like, the guys, Denny and his family, they own a restaurant right there, and so they were nice enough to leave the restaurant open for us because we just dropped the trailer and went in and could warm up, and they made us burgers even though the kitchen was closed. They were amazing hosts. And so it was fun. Then it warmed up, so it wasn't as bad. But then Saturday came, and it was overcast, and then it was cold all over again. And like I said, their air is not the same as ours.
No. Talk about this tent real quick before we get out of here.
This tent is freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty.
going to say, no, it's fucking awesome.
It's
because,
look
are
at
you
this cussing?
TV.
It's pretty awesome.
Like,
It's
this whole sidewall of like a whole tent.
She said it's fucking awesome.
Sorry.
She did good.
Although those of you that know me know that if that's the first time I've said it, I did pretty good.
Hey, well, thank you everybody for tuning in. This is our second time to come live from the Houston Livestock
It's
Show
awesome.
and Rodeo. We did San Antonio. We've done the American Royal. We have yet to do the Jack or Memphis. No, we had done Memphis.
Oh,
in
that
May.
was a qualifier last week,
I know.
too.
So the only one of the majors that we have not done a live show is from the Jack Daniels
We're gonna have to
barbecue
work on
cook-off.
that.
We have to work on that. So
We're going to have to work on getting there.
you got to qualify, and I have
I have one.
or I have two, and I have 5 more to get
That's
before
all right. I have one.
June 30th. All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in for the So Smoking Gooder Show.
We appreciate y'all.
I'm
Thank
your
y'all.
show host. My co-host tonight, Miss Belle Clark from JC's Good Old Boys, coming off a grand championship. Wish us both luck this weekend. We're going to have a hard time.
I'm just bartending.
Okay.
I don't have to do nothing.
I'm not. I'm cooking, and I want one
right,
of the
well,
big
be
ass
awesome.
truffles. Thank you. I'm going to try to be awesome. Hey guys, thank you very much. In the background was Martin Ty Cobb. None of those comments that popped up were me. They were Ty Cobb
I
doing
didn't
all
even
that.
see
Yes,
any of them.
he is
Your screen is too small. I can't read my phone.
around man behind.
He is amazing.
So-
He is my favorite techno guy on the face of the planet. By the way, Ty, I need you to come fix my stuff so when I do this show with him, it's not all bleepy.
All right, so for those that do
Oh, I
not
see him
know,
back there.
there he is right there.
Oh, he's hiding back there. Hi, buddy.
All right, so
Sorry, just saw you.
let me Ty's gonna know this whenever I'm ready to sign out. But for now, Let me do this real quick. Let's do this.
Hey there, everybody. This is Aaron, the Retro Guy, host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So Smoking Gooder Show.
Gooder Show. All right. So, all right, for everybody that's tuning in, hey, y'all. We still have people watching this here and online. Thank you very much for Belle Clark, co-host tonight, and Robert Rocha. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for everybody that stopped in tonight.
We appreciate y'all.
And good luck to everybody that is cooking this weekend at the Houston Livestock Rodeo. If you're looking for me, I'm in C915. Belle, where are you going? What's your team name? Okay, never mind.
B530.
B530 C915. That's where you can find us. Or you can find me on the stage on Saturday night. What? Calling my shot. All right.
Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Yes. Y'all have a good night. We
y'all
are
be safe.
out.